Hi everybody, my name is Barry Schwartz and today is Friday, April 6th. Actually, I'm recording this Thursday, April 5th because I'm offline today for the Passover holiday. So this was pre-recorded, as well as any post that I wrote today on any site was pre-written and scheduled to be written that day. So first up, I posted the big Google Webmaster report for April. A lot happened, so if you were kind of offline or you think you missed anything, in the past month or so, we had a lot happen over the past month. First, the Google Core update happened earlier in March. Google confirmed it. There was also three other algorithm updates that we think happened later on in March that Google did not confirm. Google also confirmed they actually are starting to roll out the mobile-first indexing process. I've seen no evidence of that, but we'll keep you posted on any of that as well. Google tested showing 0 search results, which we covered over the past few weeks. Google has reverted that test as well. Google also released image captions using the title tags of the pages. They released a feature called Subscribe with Google for Google News publishers. And Ben Gomes took over as the head of search after the head of search stepped down and went to Apple. So John, big AI guy, machine learning guy, has stepped down from Google, who's now at Apple. And Ben Gomes, who's been with Google for like 15 plus years, one of the first employees there and one of the leads there. I think he was the VP of search engineering or something like that, has left, is now in charge of Google search overall. He's the VP of search now. If you missed everything that happened over the past month or so, definitely take a look at this. This will catch you up very, very quickly, and let's move on from there. Google said that structured data is not a specific ranking factor, so like HTTPS gives you a ranking boost, being mobile friendly gives you a little ranking boost on being mobile friendly, but structured data is not a ranking boost in and of itself. Google said that it does help Google understand your content, which may feel like a ranking factor. If Google understands your content, Google's better at able to rank your content if they understand it better. But having structured data directly isn't an impact on your rankings. It's not a boost for your rankings. Google has talked a little bit about A and B testing, basically saying that there is no set time period for how long you should run your A/B tests. And the better, obviously, is to run them shorter, but the most important thing is to make sure your A/B tests have equivalent content. The layouts could be different, the button placement could be different, but the content should be equivalent. If you're testing, like A/B testing with a lot of heavy text versus very, very few text and a lot of images, Google said run that test in a very limited fashion, and Google still has to write up their A/B testing guidelines, which we asked them to do, and they said they're going to hopefully do in the future. Google said they use many signals to figure out if they should show a date, and if they do show a date, what date they should show in the snippets. We've had issues with Google showing wrong and false dates in the past, and they happen to do this all the time. In addition, I personally think there should be a Google date penalty that if people are not showing dates, they should go ahead and penalize them if they should, as well as if they're faking their dates, they should be disallowed from showing dates in the search results. What's interesting is that Google, I guess, News and Google Search have different ways of showing dates. Here's the same exact article, one showing 1 day ago, one showing 2 days ago, and I find that very interesting. There could be lots of reasons for that. I'm not going to go through all of them right now, but there could be lots of reasons for that. Google also said there's no code to text ratio ranking algorithm. So if you have a lot of code versus a lot of text, it doesn't make a difference. Google's reading the text, and there is no specific ratio of what you should have and what's going to rank better and so forth. Google said they still plan on deprecating the Ajax crawling scheme, which they said is going to be gone years and years ago, and hopefully that happens soon. John Mueller said this in a Reddit thread. It's not too far away. So we'll see what's happening there. Google is testing yellow map pins in the local panel, in the local results. So here's a screenshot we pulled from Twitter showing the search results that show yellow map pins, which is interesting. So that's cool. Bing has announced that they launched their Bing Ads pricing extension. So now they can actually show prices in the ads with a hover over. So here's a screenshot. You can see over here, or click on the down arrow, view more items. So here's the notebooks from $169.99, and then view more items, and it shows you more pricing right in the actual ad text, which is pretty cool. April Fool's was this past Sunday. Thankfully, I was offline as well for Passover. But one thing I did want to point out, I did cover a lot of the things on Search Engine Land the day after, which you could get a link to from here. But Google rickrolled SEOs by adding a recrawl button now in the new Google Search Console. When you click that, it took you to the video, never gonna give you up video, which is the classic Rickrolling video. So that was pretty funny. Of course, everybody knows what's going on with the recrawl index now type of feature in Google Search Console, which is why they did it. Talked about Ben Gomes taking over as the head of search, as John, I can't pronounce his last name, has stepped down. John basically took over a couple of years ago when Amit Singhal stepped down in 2016 as the head of search. Now there's a lot of scandals going on around that. In any event, John guy took over to kind of push the AI, machine learning face in terms of search and so forth. But now John is actually heading over to Apple. That was announced the day after it was announced that he's leaving, that he's I guess stepping down from that role. Ben Gomes has been with Google since 1999. I think the same time around Matt Cutts joining Google, is taking over as the VP of Search. He was one of the cool kids listed in one of the panels that him and Amit Singhal and tons of other cool people at Google. They really know search. He's really passionate about it. He's kind of the old-fashioned, old school search people. Here he is over here sitting next to Matt Cutts. In any event, it should be very interesting to see what he does in the future with Google, and it should be pretty interesting to see what changes, if anything. Like I said, John is going to Apple. He's going to be heading up, I guess, Siri and machine learning and AI around how Apple uses that technology. So that will also be very interesting to see what Apple does with somebody who knows so much about Google search around Siri and stuff like that. So that should be pretty interesting. In any event, of course, our search, we want to help the search community wants to honor people this week as well. Daniel Richardson, Eric Geller, Luke Fitzgerald, Will Scott, and Mark Poirier. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. And thanks so much for everything you guys have done over the course of the years, what you're going to do in the future, and we really do appreciate everything you've done. In any event, thanks so much for listening to the Search Buzz video recap. Again, my name is Barry Schwartz, and this is the Search Buzz video recap. This is the search news we covered over at the Search Roundtable over the past week. Again, today, technically when I'm recording this is April 5th, Thursday, but this is April 6th, Friday. Everyone have a great weekend. Happy Passover, happy Easter, and I'll see you guys next. Bye.